and welcome. Just testing my audio there. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. If you don't know who I am CL. I am the lead developer and owner of Cats and the Lily Pad Studios, where I make visual novels. You might know my titles of The In-Between, Moonflower and Heart Agency, or you might not, and this is a wonderful opportunity to check them out. They've all got free demos on Itch and Steam. When I'm not playing, or when I'm not making games, which is most of the time, I'm sometimes playing them. And today I will be playing Start Again by 2.5 Studios, who are an incredible studio, my best friends, and I started this one back in January for Storytellers Festival, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember much of it because I have a pigeon brain, and as soon as something's not in front of me anymore, I forget everything about it. But we're gonna continue on from where we left off. Hopefully I can remember all the passwords, or have managed to find them all in my review. So, let's get stuck straight into it, shall we? Whee! Okay, now the question is, where were we? That's unlocked. Ah, that's right. For this one we were in a church, and we need to get something out of the... We need to get something out of the coffin. And to get the coffin... the code for the coffin, we need a code for the phone? Perhaps. I do have the first part of this playthrough on YouTube. It will be linked. I believe I linked it within the YouTube description. I did not. Oopsies. I will add that to the YouTube description, and also link it in chat for Twitch. What? A second code? I can't even find one. I know it. I don't know it. Let's see. I know it. Ooh, a QR code. Does anyone have a phone? I don't own a phone. Well, at least the gaming is gonna be helpful, it seems. Because my brain needs all the help it can get. I think mine was taken. Oh. The question marks paused in his search as he felt something in his pocket. I have mine. passed it here. So he doesn't know who Mikhail is in this flashback, does he? What's your passcode? Ugh. Sev? Are you okay? A grief came over Sev's heart from a place unknown. What was that? Who was that? I think I know the password. For the phone? Playing Start Again, one of the other incredible games from the makers of A Date with Death. Ooh, whoa, what's happening there? Nothing. Okay. Sev nodded and pulled it back out of his pocket. It awaited the 4-digit code that would unlock it. He's really cute. Ah, that's a background. Hey, look at that background. Who are those two? Let's see. 7295. That's right. Instead of making proper notes last time, I fooled around with because we just announced the DLC for Moonflower, and then I got the code back to front. There's no erase on this one. I guess you could. I guess you could erase it by doing that. Yeah, it takes a long time though, so you can keep some of it. Yeah. Hey, I definitely remembered the phone code. Aw, the achievements are making fun of me. With the sound of a lock coming loose, the lock screen faded away. In its place was a single word. Coffin. Oh! God damn it. God damn it. I did it again. Thank you, Rick. I should just get rid of that. Like, I get it wrong every time. Because I forget. I always forget to update something. I even checked the volume on this one beforehand. And still forgot something. The password is coffin. It's like the password being password. Coffin? Is that meant to be the code? That is a terrible password. That's like the equivalent of making your password ABC123. You say that, but neither of us guessed it. Fair point. Neither the girl nor Sev made a move towards the coffin. Aren't you going to open it? You're the one who wants to open it. Can't you do it? But what if it really is a zombie? So you agree? No, I like a little cat mouth. No, I'm just messing with you. I just think it would be funnier if you opened it.
Yeah. It's not a zombie. It's not a zombie. Okay, here we go.
How did you know the phone password, by the way? Did you find it somewhere?
I have no clue. It just kind of came to me.
Are you a mind reader or something?
That would be helpful, but no. Or I don't think so.
The panel beside the coffin let out a ding, and a click came from within. Sev leaned in close, putting both hands on the lid. He lifted it slowly, carefully, ready to slam it back down at the first sign of aggression.
You asshole! Nope, no zombie attacks today! Nope!
He slammed the lid back down and quickly sat on it. Underneath him it shook wildly, and a voice could be heard from within much more clearly than before. Sev? I think that's a person.
It might have used to be a person, but it's definitely a zombie. I know it might seem outlandish, but there's actually a lot of research into several diseases that can make your brain become zombie-like.
No, I think there's a real human in there. Oh. Sev hopped back onto the floor and the lid of the coffin immediately flew off. Someone, or something, jumped out of their prison with speed, a blur so fast that Sev couldn't do anything to stop it. The thing grabbed onto Sev's sleeve.
Please no, I don't want to be eaten by somebody today! What are you blabbering about, asshole?
Wait a second. Sebastian?
Huh?
Sev stared into the face of the young man. He was probably in his 20s, with jewel-coloured hair and a matching outfit to boot. He stared and stared, waiting for his brain to kick in and tell him who it was.
My head. Alright, asswipe. Why the hell did you put us in here, huh?
Where are we?
What are we doing here?
First off, arseslip is a shit insult. Second, I didn't do anything to you. In fact, I think you should be thanking me, considering I just let you out. Thanking you?
Oh, that's rich.
Get fucked, I'm not thanking anyone. I'm gonna put you back in there.
You are not.
Sev grabbed the man, and had nearly picked him up when his companion finally raised her voice. Okay, that's enough. Stop fighting. What's going on here? Do you two know each other?
No, unfortunately.
Wait, what? This arsehole is probably the one who brought us here in the first place. Speak for yourself. Sev wouldn't...
Sev? Oh, you his girlfriend or something?
No, we don't know each other. What's your name?
Mikhail. And yours?
Reen? Me? Yes, you're Reen. My name is Reen.
Wait, do you know her? Do you know Reen?
The little girl shook her head. I just know that Reen is Reen.
Okay, did you come out of that coffin? Leave her alone. You probably put her in there too. They were both in the coffin? Look, I don't know what your problem is, but we're all stuck here just the same. Did you hear that voice? Telling us we only have 2 hours to escape? Sev looked from Mikhail and instead to the new arrival. Now, what's your name?
Nini, I'm 8.
Well, Nini that's 8. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sebastian. If you want, you can call me Sev. All the cool people do. And you look like a cool person. Nini's face brightened immediately. She is so cute.
Okay, Sev. I was in the coffin with Mika.
Mika. Shut up. You shut up.
Enough.
That's enough.
Look. Now we all know each other's names. We need to trust each other.
Trust this jerk? No way in hell. What is his problem? I don't even know him. I don't think, anyway.
We're already under 1.5 hours left. There's no time at all.
Whatever. Then what do we do? To be honest, we were hoping the way out would be in there. Sev nodded towards the coffin. It's a coffin, not a door. Oh shit. My apologies. I've always had a problem telling the difference. You know, both wooden, big, they open. My bad. He's such a shit. Mikhail rolled his eyes. Why don't you go ahead and check the doors then? Since he didn't seem to bother trying, I think I will. Presumptuous.
Mikhail turned and one by one tested each door. He then picked up a loose brick and threw it at a window, which simply bounced back and hit him in the chest. That'd hurt.
A little cat mouth.
What's Mika doing?
Making a fool out of himself. Given up and filled with embarrassment, he made the walk of shame back to the trio. How'd that go for you? Want to try the coffin again? There's a clue hidden in here somewhere.
Excuse me?
This place is huge. It could be anywhere.
Excuse me? Mika, Sev, Reen.
What is it? Nini pointed back into the coffin.
There's a word written up there.
On the lid? Could have told us about it, Mika. Don't call me that. And I couldn't see it before.
It was really dark in there. I was scared, but Mika told me some funny stories so I wouldn't cry anymore.
It says underneath.
Underneath?
So we have to search under something? Let's split up and take a look around. Quickly, too. Nini followed behind Mikhail like a lost puppy, though he didn't look particularly upset by that.
He's like a big bluffer.
Reen's a pretty name.
It is.
Do you think it's your real name?
It feels right, so I guess it'll do. Anyway, how do you know Mikhail? We did it! We need to open the door! Mika!
I'm sorry. You didn't deserve this. Who was that? I really don't think I do.
But he recognized you instantly. Have you lost your memories too?
I don't think so. Wait, how do you know if you've lost some memories, if you can't remember which memories you lost?
That's a good question. Either way, he does seem upset with you. A full pang through his heart.
Yeah. Maybe I should go bug him.
That doesn't seem like a good...
With a spring in his step, he bounded over to the man who looked like he walked right off the set of a black and white movie. Did you know that they invented colour television in the 1950s? Is that a joke? Or a pickup line? I just thought maybe you didn't get the memo. You got a problem with how I dress? Nah. Nah. Sure sounds like you do. Nah. Is there something you want? Yeah. Well, hurry up and say it. Oh, I just wanted to say hi and ask why you seem to hate me. How did you get us out of that coffin? Oh, I used this. Sev held up the phone, his new prize, only to have it nearly snatched away by Mikhail. Where did you find that? Just kind of over there. Well, it's mine, so I'd appreciate you giving it back. If you say please. Please. Pretty please? I'm not... Say pretty please with cherry on top. Oh, Mimi.
Say pretty please with cherry on top, Mika.
Mika, why does it hurt when she says that? I'm not doing that. Fine, then I'll settle for you telling me what your problem is with me. You left me when I needed you most. Happy now? Nice to know you forgot about me so fast. Mikhail grabbed his mobile before Sev could argue.
Any luck over here?
I might have gotten a chance to search if I wasn't being harassed by a certain someone.
How about under there?
Nini's the only smart one among them, I think. Oh no. No, it's gone.
My face hurts.
Oh. You know when you have to sneeze and you feel it building up in your sinuses? And then it just fizzles away and all you're left with is just burning? Ugh. Nini pointed back at the coffin, unsure of herself.
That's a great idea, Nini.
Let's find out. All four braced themselves to push as if their lives depended on it. And all four nearly fell flat on their faces as it pushed to the side with ease. Hiding under where the coffin once sat was a rectangular hole that led down into complete darkness. Sev kicked a rock down the hole and waited for it to hit the bottom, for far longer than he would have preferred. Ladies first? Scared? No. Well, a little. I mean, that's a long drop and it's kind of dark. So how about you go first? Get your ass down there. Aye aye. Sev took a deep breath and then slowly made the descent. At least there's a ladder. Cold clung to the metal of the rungs, chilling Sev to his core. Every step downwards took him further into the darkness, which soon consumed all of his vision. All that existed for that brief moment was himself, the bite of the cold metal, and the darkness. Are you okay down there? At this point, Rin's voice sounded distant and foreign, as if it was from another time, another place. I've fallen all the way down and broke my leg. Help! Oh no! Don't listen to him. He can't take anything seriously. Down, 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 and down even more, until finally he saw a dim light below him and his feet touched the ground. I'm at the bottom. It's safe, so start coming down. Nini, you go next. It's so dark. Don't worry. Sever's at the bottom, and he'll catch you if you fall. That's presumptuous. Just go slowly, okay? Okay. In record speed, Nini reached the tunnel below and was helped down from the final rung by Sev. Rin joined them a minute later, and finally, Mikhail started the descent. Don't fall. I have no plan to. But you don't usually plan for things like that to happen, do you? As he hit the final rung, Sev put his hand out to help the man, but it was swatted away with annoyance. Finally, with all 8 feet on solid ground, the 4 regrouped. Nini ran over to Mikhail and wrapped her arms around his legs. Hey, what are you doing? I'm glad you didn't fall, Mika. Yeah, glad you didn't fall too. They're so cute. Mikhail's usually frowning face softened a little as Nini beamed up at him. Hey, Rin? Yes? How do you think Nini knew your name? Rin looked away and shook her head. I have no clue. Do you think you two know each other? If we did, why would she keep it secret? Good point. You don't think she brought us here? Maybe. But she's a good girl, so I hope not. Me too. What are you two whispering about? Oh, we're just talking about you, don't worry. Hey, only good things, I promise. Are you okay? Rin jumped to the side, clutching onto the oversized sleeve of Sev's jacket. I'm okay. I just thought I saw something move in the shadows. Are you... What? Afraid of the dark, looking out for ninjas. Scared that society is on the bridge of collapse, and that when the day comes your loved ones may not survive, you may even be forced to go against them. Isn't that messed up? But then maybe it's a good thing if society collapses. As an institution, hasn't it done more harm than good? These two sides of the argument spin and spin in my mind until... Oh. Is there even a choice? Like, of course, we've got to go for the obnoxiously large choice. I don't think I've ever seen a choice that large before. Are you about to say something incredibly long-winded and pointless? Maybe. I'm just a little afraid of the dark, okay? Yeah, that was gonna be my guess. Here, dusk. In one smooth movement, Sev linked his arm together with Rin's, pulling the two closer together. There.
nothing to be afraid of. The group followed the underground hallway further and further. The air felt stale, undisturbed, for a length of time none of them knew. For some time, the only sound that filled the silence was their footsteps. Mikhail's hurried and heavy. Nini's at double speed just to keep up. Baby girl. And Reed and Sev's, who were in sync. The path seemed to go on forever. Time was ticking down, steadily and surely, until finally they found what they were looking for. 2 doors. We should stick together and check each in turn. Nope. We'll take this door. Come on, Ninny. Mikhail! As the two walked through the open doorway, it automatically shut behind them, instantly cutting them from vision. He really doesn't like you. Can't say I'm much of a fan of his either. Shall we then? Not many other choices, I suppose. The pair took the door to the right, as decided by Mikhail's rash decision. Through the doorway was a large staircase that led further down. How deep does this thing go anyway? Too deep for my liking. Why would anyone have all this under a church? And what did they use it for? Maybe there'll be someone else down here who can help us, or the person who brought us here in the first place. Rin's grip tightened on Sav. You didn't do it, did you? What if I did? Well, I would have to turn and run. Really? Of course. Whoever brought us here must be some crazy, perverse weirdo. Sounds kinda like me. What do you think? Oh, oops. You said it back scroll? I think you couldn't have come up with something so elaborate. Ouch. It's true though. I'm probably not smart enough to come up with all of this. You're safe with me, I promise. I can't make any promises for Mikhail though. Even though the idea of being watched from somewhere is terrifying, I think I'd rather have that than having to doubt any of you. Yeah, me too. Well, Mikhail is kind of an arsehole, so I already doubt him, but the rest of you. Finally, the steps that led ever downward came to an end. The duo walked under a large archway that was decorated with the aged face of a large lion. An empty room. Hey, would you look at that? The room was relatively bare. A light was bolted to one wall, flickering and leaving creeping shadows over every surface. Each tabletop was completely bare, whatever the room was once used for. And whatever once sat on these tables was long gone. But most importantly, along one wall was a long, thin window that looked into a matching room. On the other side was Mikhail and Nini. You two, did you find anything? Huh? I think the rooms are completely soundproof. Let's test that, shall we? Hey, Mikhail! Mika! Mika! Can you hear me? Mika! Mikhail's face twisted in confusion as Sev twisted and twirled around the room. I'd say we're good. He
poked his tongue out at Mikhail, who quickly raised his middle finger in response. So crude.
When you're done dancing, take a look at this. Sitting just under the window, inbuilt into the wall, was a monitor covered in a layer of dust. Rin brushed it off, then wiped her hand against Sev's sleeve.
Hey.
It says, "The door to leave your room will open in exactly 45 minutes. 45? We don't even have time for that. Alternatively, you may press the button on this screen to open the other team's door immediately." Their door? How is that helpful? So they probably have a button to press too. If we both press it, then both doors will open? Do you trust that Mikhail will really press his if we press ours?
I trust him about as far as I could throw him.
Though to be honest, I do think I could throw him a fair way. He's pretty short. Beyond the glass, Nini and Mikhail were both looking down at something and deep in conversation. A few moments later, Mikhail held his phone screen to the window. "Press your button." "What, just us?" "Reen, is there anything we can write on anywhere?" "Doesn't look like it."
Interpretive dance it is.
He's such an idiot. Sev waved his arms at the window, getting their attention just in time for his performance to begin. He shook his head, let out an exasperated sigh, and pointed back at Mikhail in an exaggerated, accusatory way. After, he feigned pressing a button, then pointed back at Mikhail, and then repeated the answer once more, the actions once more. Even through a soundproof room, Sev could hear the vein popping on his forehead. Oh, Nini's doing it too! Oh no! No, Nini! Good girl! Mikhail turned back to his phone, angrily typed angrily for around 20 seconds, and then shoved his phone screen back at the window. On it was language so colourful it almost made Sev blush. But it all boiled down to something like this. "Push your button, or I'm going to break down this wall and make you press it." Once again, he busied himself typing. "Just trust me." If he doesn't press it, would Nini? I would think so, but I don't know. Then what should we do? It's up to you. Whatever you decide, I'll have your back. And what if I really was the person who locked us all down here? Wouldn't I make a bad decision on purpose? How do you know you can trust me? Rin simply shook her head. I remembered a few things. Really? She nodded, hesitating to continue. It's really hazy. Whenever I try to think too hard, my head starts hurting, throbbing. It feels like lightning behind my eyes. But I remember a house out in the middle of a field, far away from any city. And I lived there with my father. That sounds nice. He would take me out to play in the fields. He'd let me practice makeup on him, even though he could never get it off. He'd play dress-ups with me, and he'd play the princess so I could be the queen.
Rin clutched the front of her dress tightly.
And you remind me of him. A lot. So I trust you. I don't think that's misplaced. Daddy, Sev? Daddy?
Daddy. He must have been really good looking then. And smart, funny, thoughtful, generous, kind, reliable.
Okay, I get the idea.
Oh, good.
With a smile, Sev turned back to the monitor. To press or not to press? Can I trust him?
Ooh, I wonder what would happen if you don't press it.
I think that would be very interesting. Press or don't press? Do we be good boys? And follow the instructions?
Press it. Trust is a strong word, don't you think?
Something very hard to win.
I don't trust him, but I'll choose to believe in him this time. I guess.
Feel free to convince me otherwise. I could honestly go either way. If you want to believe in him, then I will too.
Don't let me down, Mikhail.
As soon as Sev's finger pressed down on the button, both Mikhail and Nini's heads whipped around to look at something. The door opening, Sev assumed. And without missing a beat, Mikhail and Nini were gone.
Well, he let me down. Who would have guessed? Yo. Oh, I never doubted you for a second.
How?
I don't know what your instructions were, but Al said we had to convince you to press your button without pressing ours.
A game designed to test our trust.
And I knew we could trust you. You're such a bullshitter.
That's a bad word.
You're such a bull crapper.
Doesn't really have the same impact.
I don't care. If you're done with the sappy trust shit crap, then let's get out of here.
Sev glanced at the remaining time. 1 hour. If we waited the 45 minutes out, probably would have died, huh?
Another long tunnel. How original.
Mika? Mikhail bent down low enough for Nini to whisper into his ear. The further we go, the more worried I am that there isn't really any exit. Ring? Can you come with me? Come on! The little girl grabbed Reen by the hand and pulled her further along the tunnel and rounded the corner until they were out of sight.
What the? I'm coming too. Wait.
Wrapped in darkness, it was hard to tell, but it almost seemed as if Mikhail's expression had softened considerably. Oh, look at his little pouty bleed.
You know...
What is it? I just wanted to say thanks for trusting me. You didn't have to. I might not have trusted you if our positions were flipped. well,
I wouldn't have. So thanks. It's fine. I just want us all to get out of here. It's as simple as that. We will.
you blushy boys.
I hope so. Look, I feel like we need to clear the air a little. You said you know me. It's not that I've forgotten. I'm sure of it. We've never met. Your name is Sebastian. You're 23. You went to... I get it. You know me, but I don't know you. That's impossible. Why do you hate me then, specifically? Do I really have to say it? Well, I'm not a mind reader. I don't think, anyway. Ugh. Fine. Back when we were in high school, you made friends with me even though I was just an unpopular loser. And when I told you that Look, it doesn't matter what I told you, but you dropped me as fast as you became friends with me. Asshole. Give me a break. I don't even remember that. Then what? Out of the two of us, one of us has false memories? Or both of us? You sound insane, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. I take back the asshole. Thanks. Oh, don't thank me. Thank yourself for looking like an airheaded idiot. You're putting on a very convincing act. Oh, I always look like that. Do you always know how you look? You know, like someone put salt instead of sugar in your hot chocolate? You know what? You are an asshole. A complete and utter asshole, and who can't take a single thing seriously to save his life. I'm serious when I'm thanking someone. I don't believe you. Sev pulled on Mikhail's long, oversized sleeve, forcing the two of them to stop face to face. Thank you. You still could have got out of your room and left us if you wanted to. So thank you. And I'm sorry. You don't need to say you're sorry to me. We're friends. There's no need for that. Not between us. Sorry. If all of that really did happen between us. It's whatever. Come on. Hurry up already. He turned away from Sev's earnest expression and quickened his pace, rounding the curved tunnel. Nini? What are you muttering about? Not even a "you're welcome"? Shut up for a second. And then he saw it. Reen on the ground, and Nini standing over her body.
Mika! Sev!
Did you?
No?
Mikhail frowned, speeding up into a jog. What happened? Nini blinked hard, trying desperately to stop herself from crying.
We were just walking and suddenly she collapsed.
Really?
Really?
What were you talking about?
I can't tell you.
Nini.
She said she can't tell us.
No, she said she can't tell us. And you think that's okay? What, do you think this is her fault? I don't know. And she is the only one that does. She is a child. You're being awfully protective of her, aren't you? Is there something you're not telling me? Like what? Like you two knew each other before coming in here? Don't be an idiot. Are you family?
I don't have any family.
You don't have to tell this guy anything, Nini. Nini held on tight to the front of her dress and shook her head adamantly.
I didn't do anything to Reed, really.
Fine. Her body was light in his arms as Sev reached down to pick her up. I'd rather wait for her to wake up, but we're running out of time. Her face was calm, and her chest slowly rose and fell. She's not hurt, at least. Mika.
Mika, I really didn't...
It's okay. I believe you. Irene must have just been a little tired.
She just fell over. And I tried to help her, but...
You did a good job. Don't worry. No blood. She didn't seem to hit her head. She's just asleep. She really did seem awfully small in his arms. Awfully vulnerable. As the tunnel rounded, finally their destination came into sight. A large wooden door, engraved with markings both foreign and ancient looking. Sev's eyes turned to take in the spectacle. Although spiderwebs and dust littered the surface, underneath that you could tell it was a masterpiece. With a long, drawn-out creak, Mikhail pushed the door open. As Nini passed, she looked up at Sev with pleading, sorry eyes. He couldn't meet those eyes. The air was musty with the smell of old books. Left for so long, and dust which blew into the air as the trio walked into the room. Carefully, as if he was putting down a prized possession, Sev set down Reen on a low bench. She slumped to the side, still fast asleep.
Wow.
Nini tentatively tiptoed further into the library. Her fingers danced along the spines of the books before she spun one of the globes in the center of the room. Her gaze traveled ever upwards, landing on the ceiling that was decorated with paintings of all kinds, of glorious battles, of love, of peace hard won.
What is this place?
A place someone wanted to keep secret, that's for sure. Be careful what you touch, Nini.
It's okay. It's safe.
It might not be.
I don't think anything has had any traps yet, though.
Sev turned away from the other two as they chatted quietly. Instead, he turned his attention to the rows and rows of books. Some were so dated the titles could no longer be read. Others weren't even written in languages he recognized. Just what is this place? Scientific books of studies long lost to mankind graced his eyes, knowledge no man should have.
Peripatectic?
Bleh. It's not the reading that often gets me, it's the pronouncing. Watch out. His head whipped around at the sound of Nini's outburst. A blade was an inch away from her throat, protruding out from between two books directly in front of her. What happened?
I just wanted to look at that book.
As soon as she tried to pull it out, it just sprung at her. Not that you would care.
Don't be an idiot. Of course I care.
So you're done blaming a little girl for a grown woman collapsing? Just worried about her, I know. You're not worried about how you'll make Nini feel? If you're not here to apologize, then hurry up and find the way out of here. Fine.
Please don't fight. I really love the camera work in 2.5 Studio games. I have not been able to mimic, well, not exactly mimic, but accomplish that same kind of camera work in my own games. I admire pretty much everything about 2.5 Studio games. Once again, Seb walked between the rows of books, this time more carefully than before. Where is it? What do we have to do to leave this place? And who put us here? As the minutes ticked down, so too did Seb's anxiousness start to rise. What the hell? There's nothing in this room with a code. Mika? We've been looking for more than 30 minutes. Look, we only have 25 minutes left. If that door... He pointed towards the door that sat shut. Beside it, a screen waiting for the code to be inputted. If that door doesn't lead out of here, then we're done. We'll have no time left. There has to be something. Then where is it? Reen! You're okay. Sebastian? I'm here. He rushed to her side. She clutched her head as if the ache was too much to bear. Where are we? In the library. We found it after you. She looked around with newfound clarity in her eyes. Under the church. How? Where was I? Reen? Are you okay? How much time do we have? A little over 25 minutes. Shit! What happened to you? I don't remember. I was walking. Nini said something to me, then my head. I started feeling like it was going to burst open. Then everything went black. Stay here and rest. We'll find the way out. I'm fine. You're not? Why are you acting so serious? Because the situation is serious. Didn't you say that making jokes was your way of dealing with things like this? Did I? Maybe not? Rin hopped to her feet, unsteadily at first. Good to see you on your feet. Can you tell this jackass that Nini didn't do anything to you? No. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Nini looked down to the ground, her shoulders slumped. Have you found the code yet? You haven't found a damn thing. What's that? She pointed towards the blade, which still stuck out of the bookcase like a sore thumb. The place is booby-trapped. Nearly got Nini when she tucked the books over there. Reen hobbled forward until she stood directly in front of the aforementioned bookcase. And one by one, she pulled the books from their places and dropped them to the ground. Reen, wait, you could get hurt. It's okay. Look.
Behind the books, on the now empty shelf, was a note stuck to the wood. Book 1 is in the 3rd position. The books in 1st and 2nd position add to 9. Book 5 comes before book 2. Book 6 is 2 positions away from book 5. Book 7 is in between book 2 and 4. Book 8 is only beside one other book. They were in the wrong order? It looks like it. Look, the books have numbers and letters along the spines. If we can put them in the right order, it might give us the password. Alright, let me give it a go. What? What? Six is 2 away from 5. What? Comes before book 2, book 6 is 2 positions away from book 5. So 8 has to be only the first or last. One is 3. Spell it funny. Oh dear. 1 is 3. books in first and second position add to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what that means. Five comes before 2. Seven is in between 2 and 4. Literally no idea what's going on. One is in third position, so you have to be there. Oh no! What has Bob done? Oh, they can layer. That's... Oh, wait. Okay, wait. The first and second adds to 9. Probably... I think I've just worked out what the second... Oh, I am not good at... See, I can't... I'm not good at anagrams or anything. It's like... Unless I can actually see... Like, I can't just spell from anything like this. So there's literally nothing that I can even think about that might be this. 1 and 2 add to 9. Is that what that means? 1 and 2. First and second add to 9. And 5 comes... before, so... The first and second add to 9, so 9.
Wait. 6 is 2. 1, 2. I'm so stupid. Feel free to tell me, because otherwise we could be here for hours. 7 is between 2 and 4. Ah! Aha! 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 Do I have it? Oh. Stop bomb. Is that our password? Is that it?
Stop bomb, okay.
Oh my god! Well, you'll certainly never see a puzzle game from me because I am incredibly smooth-brained.
Stop bomb? That's a very specific password. As long as it's... Oh. I assume that was incredibly painful to witness. As long as it's getting us out of here, I don't care what the passcode is.
Nini rushed over to the door, jumping at the panel beside it. I can't reach.
I'll do it.
Does it have a space? Didn't have a space there, so maybe it doesn't. Oh, maybe it does. What? Whoops. Bleh.
Stop bomb.
There. With a click, the door unlocked.
Finally.
Sev grabbed a hold of the handle
And pulled. But on the other side of the door, where they were expecting another tunnel or a ladder or a staircase, was a cement wall. What the?
and on it were the following words in dark paint.
Go back.
Stop bomb. Go back?
This... It has to be a joke. We're missing something. We have to run. Now. But surely... If it's back in the church we started in, there's at least 5 minutes walk. We have 10 minutes. Nini, let's go. Mikhail took Nini by the hand first and ran from the room. It's not enough time. Come on. Why? Because even if it's not possible, even if we're wasting the last moments of our lives on something we can't do, I would do it anyway. I would leave this life knowing I did everything I could. You seem different. I think passing out knocked some sense back into me. Stay here if you want, but after everything we've been through together, I would like you to be there, whether it's the end for us or not. Go with her, or stay? Let's go with her. Breen. You know when you said you felt like I was someone important to you? Yes? Is that how you still feel? More than ever. Me too. You're like the sister I never had. Of course I'll be with you until the end. Come on. Literally. The tunnel was quiet, except for the sounds of their own hurried footsteps. Mikhail and Nini were long gone. The timer ticked down. The room was still just as empty as before. Nothing moved on either side of the window. The timer ticked down. As the two ran, each step upwards made their legs ache, but yet they persevered onwards. The timer ticked down. Neither of them spoke up. At this point, all they could do was run. Run as if nothing else in the world mattered. The timer ticked down. Each rung was cool to the touch, already having forgotten the warmth of the previous hands that had sat upon them. They climbed up, 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 faster and faster as the timer ticked down, down, down steadily. 5 minutes remained. The room had already been turned upside down. Mikhail and Nini combined had begun to search every inch, every crevice, every place hidden in the shadows for what would be their demise in less than 5 minutes. It's not here.
It has to be.
Where have you searched? Everywhere. No. They tore through the room, searching, begging, pleading with themselves, with each other, with whoever put them in this situation. 2 minutes remained. That's when Nini started to cry. It was nearly silent at first, a small whimper. But as the seconds ticked by, it became a wail. I want to go home. Please. I'm sorry. It's over. Not yet. You said I would leave this life knowing I did everything I could. We've done everything, and we've failed. Even if we found it at this point, does anyone here know how to deactivate a bomb? Come with me. She led Sev by the sleeve, approaching the spot where they had met nearly 2 hours ago. Feels like it's been longer, doesn't it? Like we've known each other for a lifetime. Yeah. She put her hands together in prayer, whether she was praying to a god, or for a savior, or for both. He would never know. When I was younger, my family abandoned me. That's how I got adopted by my father. You remembered? A little bit. When? When I woke up in the library. He was the kindest man to have ever lived. Was. He died not that long ago. When he went, I promised myself I would do anything to pass on that kindness he shared with me. That's nice. He told me what to do in times like this, you know. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to bombs. The dawn will break, and tomorrow will come, and you'll be okay. Because you're strong, and kind, and hardworking. We'll be okay together. He was a good dad. The best. Rin laughs sadly. Doesn't feel like everything's going to be okay this time, though. Sev gently rested a hand on her shoulder. Maybe not, but you passed on that kindness he showed you, didn't you? That's enough. Warning. 10 seconds remaining.
Thanks, Sev. For everything.
5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds.
Goodbye, Dad.
We'll face the end together. Aww. Ooh.
This is such a twisty game.
Can you believe this was only made in like a month though? Like, this is insane. There are so many twisties. The midday sun hung heavy on the remnants of a church long forgotten and those within.
Okay, so we've got... How do we find the light? It's a Nini bad ending. So this was the McHale route. This is a Reen route. So it seems like we have two options here to go through and get some alts. So I guess that this one is don't put the password in, like wait it out. Or don't press the button. Don't press the button and then stay in that room. And that leads to other endings. What do you think? Should we go to the unlock for back to the Nini route? Or should we chase some of these alternate endings first? Bad ending one. This seems to be the Serve route, or maybe another part of the McHale, I'm not sure. I'm guessing these will be two bad ends here. Okay, so let's finish off the... Let's finish off this Reen. Stuff before we move on. An empty room. Hey, would you look at that? I like it that, like, how you can, like, how it shows you what text you've already read too, as it
sends you back through things that you've already done to get extra things. The room was relatively bare. A light was bolted to one wall, flickering and leaving creeping shadows over every surface. Each tabletop was completely bare. Whatever room was once for, and whatever once sat on these tables was long gone. But most importantly, along one wall was a long, thin window that looked into the matching room. On the other side was Mikhail and Nini. You two, did you find anything? Huh? I think the rooms are completely soundproof. Let's test that, shall we? Hey, Mikhail, Mika! Can you hear me? Mika! Mikhail's face twisted in confusion as Sev twisted and twirled around the room. I'd say we're good. He poked out his tongue at Mikhail, who quickly raised his middle finger in response. So crude. When you're done dancing, take a look at this. Sitting just under the window inbuilt to the wall was a monitor covered in a layer of dust. Rin brushed it off, then wiped her hand against Sev's sleeve. Hey. It says, the door to leave your room will open in exactly 45 minutes. 45? We don't have the time for that. Alternatively, you may press the button on this screen to open the other team's door immediately. Their door? How is that helpful? So, they probably have a button to press too. So if we both press it, then both doors will open. Do you trust Mikhail will really press his button if we press ours? I trust him about as far as I can throw him. Though to be honest, I do think I could throw him a fair way. He's pretty short. Beyond the glass, Nini and Mikhail were both looking down at something and deep in conversation. A few minutes later, Mikhail held up his phone screen to the window. Press your button. What, just us? Rin, is there anything we can write on anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Interpretive dance it is. See you, Dusk. Thanks for joining. Sev waved his arms at the window, getting their attention just in time for his performance to begin. He shook his head, let out an exasperated sigh, and pointed back at Mikhail in an exaggerated, accusatory way. After he feigned pressing a button, then pointed back at Mikhail, and repeated the action once more. Even through a soundproof room, Sev could hear the vein popping in his forehead. I still think it's so funny that even Nini's doing the finger. On it was a language so colourful, it almost made Sev blush, but it all boiled down to something like this. Press your button or I'm going to break down this wall and make you press it. Once again, he busied himself typing. Just trust me. If he doesn't press it, would Nini? I would think so, but I don't know. Then what should we do? It's up to you. Whatever you decide, I'll have your back. What if I really was the person who locked us all down here? Wouldn't I make a bad decision on purpose? How do you know you can trust me? Rin simply shook her head. I remembered a few things. Really? She nodded, hesitating to continue. It's really hazy. Whenever I try to think too hard, my head starts hurting, throbbing. It feels like lightning behind my eyes. But I remember a house in the middle of a field, far away from any city. And I lived there with my father. That sounds nice. He would take me out to play in the fields. He'd let me practice makeup on him, even though he could never get it off. He'd play dress-ups with me, and he'd play the princess so I could play the queen. Rin clutched the front of her dress tightly. And you remind me of him. A lot. So I do trust you. I don't think that's misplaced. You must have been really good looking then. And smart. Funny. Thoughtful, generous, kind. Reliable. Okay, I get the idea. Oh, good. With a smile, Sev turned back to the monitor. To press or not to press? Can I trust him? Okay, so we're gonna give ourselves a bad ending. Let's see where not pressing it takes us. Don't. I can't do it. Seb turned away from both the monitor and Mikhail's judging eyes. He'll leave us here if I press it. Then we wait. I don't think he's very happy. He nodded back towards the window, where Mikhail was banging on it soundlessly. Whatever colourful words were escaping his lips were fortunately lost before they could ever reach him. The brown-haired man shook his head. Sorry, Mikhail. I can't trust you. I want to trust you, but I can't. It seemed as if Mikhail went through all 5 stages of grief in a constant cycle. But no matter how much Sev... But no matter how much Sev insisted he pressed his button first, he utterly refused. See, if he really wanted to get out of here, he'd do it, wouldn't he? Yeah. Ignoring the furious white and black haired man behind the window, Sev used one of the tables as a chair, his back turned to them. When the door opens, we won't have much time. 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. Probably won't be enough time, will it? Maybe not. The 45-minute wait was slow, almost torturous. The seconds ticked down on the clock until finally, the door opened. Mikhail slammed into it only a few moments later. You asshole! Mikhail, with Nini in tow, stormed into the room. What the hell were you thinking? Hey, what do you mean, what was I thinking? You refused to press yours first. And don't you think there's a good reason for that? What did you think after you let us out? We would have just abandoned you here? I'm not you. Come on, Nini. We're getting out of here. Alone. But those two want us to die. I won't let that happen. They joined hands, Nini trailing behind Mikhail as he stormed out of the room. Let's go check their room. Okay, good idea. Outside of the newly opened door was another long, wide tunnel that stretched into the darkness. Mikhail and Nini were already long gone. This must be their room. Directly behind the door they had just left was another, exactly the same as the last. Feeling like a knot was already forming in his stomach, Sev led the way into the room. The room was exactly the same as theirs, which came at no surprise, seeing as they could see the majority of it from the window. A light bolted to the wall, a row of tables, the window, and lastly, the monitor. Rin approached it first, and the timer ticked down below 5 minutes. Her eyebrows twitched, a frown forming as she continued reading. Oh no. What is it? The doors will automatically open in 45 minutes. If you convince the other team to press their button, your door will open, and you will be able to open their door from the other side. If you press your button, the doors will open in 1 hour. What? The knot in Sev's stomach twisted and turned in regret. Then, Shit. There was no way to know. If he'd just explained instead of writing, press your button, it might have helped. I should have trusted him. I messed up. I really messed up. Come sit next to me. Sitting on a table, she scooted over to make room for him. But the timer... there's not enough time. So let's sit together while we still have the chance. He couldn't think of any words to say, so instead he just sat. It started low and soft. Warning. 10 seconds remain. She hummed a song of simple pleasures. Sunlight on your face, a home-cooked meal waiting for you, walking by yourself surrounded by nature. A song of sadness, of loneliness, and of a lifetime of regret. A song of the past and of the future. What is that song? It's pretty. Rin smiled. Behind the smile was a sense of loss that only came from forgetting what was once important to you. It's my secret song. Now it's both of ours. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we need to stay. Another long tunnel, how original. But at least I'll know what the order of the stupid things are this time. Wow, wow, wow. Mika? Mika? Mikhail bent down low enough for Nini to whisper in his ear. The further we go, the more worried I am that there isn't really any exit. Reen, can you come with me? Come on, come on. The young girl grabbed Reen by the hand and pulled her further along the tunnel and rounded the corner until they were out of sight. What the? I'm coming too. Wait. Wrapped in darkness, it was hard to tell, but it almost seemed as if Mikhail's expression had softened considerably. Should I actually be reading all of this again, or should I just kind of skip through it until we get to new parts to save on all the doubling up? Just, you know, what is it? I just wanted to say thanks for trusting me. You didn't have to. I might not have trusted you if our positions were flipped. Well, I wouldn't have, so thanks. It's fine. I just want us to all get out of here. It's as simple as that. We will. I hope so. Look, I feel as if we need to clear the air a little. You said you know me. It's not that I've forgotten, I'm sure of it. We've never met. Your name is Sebastian, you're 23, you went to... I get it. You know me, but I don't know you. That's impossible. Why do you hate me then, specifically? Do I really have to say it? Well, I'm not a mind reader, I don't think anyway. Ugh, fine. Back when we were in high school, you made friends with me even though I was just an unimportant loser. And when I told you that, Look, it doesn't matter what I told you, but you dropped me as fast as you became friends with me. Asshole. Give me a break. I don't even remember that. Then what? Out of the two of us, one of us has false memories? Or both of us? You sound insane, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. I take back the asshole. Thanks. Oh, don't thank me. Thank yourself for looking like such an airheaded idiot. You're putting on a very convincing act. Eh? Oh, I always look like that. always look how you look? You know, like someone put salt instead of sugar in your hot chocolate? You know what? You are an asshole. A complete nut asshole. You can't take a single thing seriously to save a life. I'm serious when I'm thanking someone. I don't believe you. Sev pulled on Mikhail's long, oversized sleeve, forcing the two of them to stop face to face. Thank you. You still could have got out of your room and left us if you wanted to, so thank you. And I'm so... You don't need to say sorry to me. We're friends. There's no need for that, not between us. Sorry if all of that did really happen between us. It's whatever. Come on, hurry up already. He turned away from Sev's earnest expression and quickened his pace, rounding the curved tunnel. Nini? What are you muttering about? Not even a "you're welcome"? Shut up for a second. Then he saw it. Rin on the ground and Nini standing next to her body. Ugh.
Mika! Sev!
Did you...
No!
Mikhail frowned, speeding up into a jog. What happened? Nini blinked hard, trying desperately to stop us. I always want Nini to be the villain because I think that would be incredibly funny. Trying desperately to stop herself from crying.
We were just walking and she suddenly collapsed.
Really?
Really?
What were you talking about?
I can't tell you.
Nini? She said she can't tell us. And you think that's okay? What do you think, this is her fault? I don't know, and she is the only one that does. She is a child.
Yeah, but knowing what they were talking about could be helpful, like... That doesn't mean that she did it, just maybe there was something triggering.
You're being awfully protective of her, aren't you? Is there something you're not telling me? Like what? Like you two knew each other before you came in here? Don't be an idiot. Are you family?
I don't have any family.
You don't have to tell this guy anything, Nini. Nini held on tight to the front of her dress and shook her head adamantly.
I didn't do anything to Reem. Really.
Fine. Her body was light in his arms as Sev reached down to pick her up. I'd rather wait for her to wake up, but we're running out of time. Her face was calm, and her chest slowly rose and fell. She's not hurt, at least.
Mika, I really didn't...
It's okay, I believe you. Rin must have just been really tired.
She just fell over. I tried to help her, but...
You did a good job, don't worry. No blood, doesn't seem she hit her head. She's just asleep. Maybe she's got narcolepsy. She really did seem awfully small in his arms. Awfully vulnerable. As the tunnel rounded, finally their destination came into sight. A large wooden door engraved with markings both foreign and ancient looking. Sev's eyes turned to take in the spectacle. Although spiderwebs and dust littered the surface, underneath he could tell it was a masterpiece. With a low, drawn-out creak, Mikhail pushed the door open. As Nini passed, she looked up at Sev with pleading, sorry eyes. He couldn't meet those eyes. The air was musty with the smell of old books, left for so long, and dust, which blew into the air as the trio entered the room. Carefully, as if he were putting down prized possessions, Sev sat Rin on a low bench. She slumped to the side, still fast asleep.
Wow.
Nini tentatively tiptoed around into the library. Her fingers danced along the spines of the books before she spun one of the globes around in the center of the room. Her gaze traveled ever upwards, landing on the ceiling that was decorated with paintings of all kinds, glorious battles of love, of hard-won peace, of peace hard-won.
What is this place?
A place someone wanted to keep secret, that's for sure. Be careful what you touch, Nini.
It's okay, it's safe.
It might not be.
I don't think anything has had traps yet, though.
Sev turned away from the other two as they chatted quietly. Instead, he turned his attention to the rows and rows of books. Some were so dated that the title could no longer be read. Others weren't even written in languages he recognized. Just what is this place? Scientific books of studies long lost to mankind graced his vision, knowledge that no man should have. I still don't know what that says. Peripatetic chronology. Chronology. Yeah, I can speak. Watch out! His head whipped around at the sound of Nini's outburst. A blade was an inch away from her throat, protruding out from between two books directly in front of her. What happened?
I just wanted to look at that book.
As soon as she tried to pull it out, it just sprung at her. Not that you would care. Don't be an idiot, of course I care. So you're done blaming a little girl for a grown woman collapsing? I was just worried about her, I know. He's so jealous about that. You're not worried about how you'll make Nini feel? You're not here to apologize and hurry up and find a way out of here. Fine.
Please don't fight.
Once again, Sev walked between the rows of books, this time more carefully than before. Where is it? What do we have to do to leave this place? And who put us here? As the minutes ticked down, so too did Sev's anxiousness start to rise. What the hell? There's nothing in this room with a code.
Mika.
We've been looking for more than 30 minutes. Look, we only have 25 minutes left. If that door... He pointed to the door that sat shut. Beside it, a screen waiting for the code to be inputted. If that door doesn't lead out of here, then we're done. We'll have no time left. There has to be something. Then where is it?
Reem!
You're okay?
Sebastian?
I'm here. He rushed to her side. She clutched her head as if the ache was too much to bear. Where are we? In a library. We found it after you. She looked around with newfound clarity in her eyes. Under the church. Where was I? Reen, you okay? How much time do we have? A little over 25 minutes. Shit. What happened to you? I don't remember. I was walking and he said something to me and then my head started feeling like I was... I was feeling like I was going to burst open. Then everything went black. Stay there and rest. We'll find the way out. I'm fine. You're not. Why are you acting so serious? Because the situation is serious. Didn't you say that making jokes was your way of dealing with things like this? Did I? Maybe not? Rin hopped to her feet, unsteady at first. Good to see you on your feet. Can you show this jackass that Nini didn't do anything to you? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Nini looked down at the ground, her shoulders slumped. Have you found the code yet? We haven't found a damn thing. What's that? She pointed towards the blade, which still stuck out of the bookcase like a sore thumb. The place is booby-trapped. Nearly got Nini when she touched the books over there. Rin hobbled forward until she stood directly in front of the aforementioned bookcase. One by one, she pulled the books from their places and dropped them onto the ground. Rin, wait, you could get hurt. It's okay. Look. Behind the books, on the now empty shelf, was a note stuck to the wood. Book 1 is in 3rd position. Books in 1st and 2nd position, add to 9. Book 5 comes before Book 2. Book 6 is 2 positions away from Book 5. Book 7 is in between Books 2 and 4. Book 8 is only beside one other book. They were in the wrong order. Looks like it. Look, the numbers have numbers and letters along their spines. If we can put them in the right order, it might give us the password. Alright, let's give it a go. Stop bomb? That's a very specific password. As long as it's getting us out of here, I don't care what the passcode is. Oh, it's much less painful when you know what to do. Nini rushed over to the door, jumping at the panel beside it.
I can't reach.
I'll do it. Oh, it's already in there. Nice. Stop bomb. There. With a click, the door unlocked. Finally. Sev grabbed hold of the handle and pulled. But on the other side of the door, where they were expecting another tunnel, or a ladder, or a staircase, was a cement wall. What the? On it were the following words in dark paint. Go back. Stop bomb. Go back? This has to be a joke. We're missing something. We have to run. Now. But surely... If it's back in the church where we started, there's at least 5 minutes walk. We have 10 minutes. Nini, let's go. Mikhail took Nini by the hand first and ran from the room. It's not enough time. Come on. Why? Because even if it's not possible, even if we're wasting the last moments of our life on something we can't do, I would do it anyway. I would leave this life knowing I did everything I could. What the? What is that? Laundry sink? All of a sudden there was this super weird word, but like super weird sound coming from like behind the wall that I'm facing. I think it was the laundry sink. That was weird. You seem different. I think passing out knocked some sense back into me. Stay here if you want, but after everything we've been through together, I would like you to be there, even whether it's the end for us or not. Okay. Now, our final Rin path is to stay. Sev dropped his hands to his side and looked away from Rin. That was all the answers she needed.
I understand. This is it then.
Sev nodded silently.
Thank you. For everything. For trusting in me. God damn it. For trusting in me, even in a place like this.
You too.
I hope, if the next life does exist, we can meet again.
Under better circumstances. They can't be much worse, can they?
You'll jinx it if you say that.
Rin took a slow, careful step forward, then 2 more, then ran to wrap her arms around Sev's shoulders.
Thanks, Sev.
No, thank you. Good luck. She didn't waste another moment. Reen, with an expression both complex and simple all at once, turned and ran from the library. The room was once again silent. Sev walked from shelf to shelf. He mimicked Nini's curious nature from earlier, his fingers travelling against each book as he passed. Is this the right decision? Sev looked back up at the timer. Under 5 minutes. They must be all up there searching by now. Wonder if they found anything. 2 minutes. That's when he heard a faint ticking sound. Where? Tick, tick, tick. Where is that coming from? Where is this mysterious ticking noise? Quickly, he threw books from their shelves, searching for the cause of the sound and disregarding his own safety completely. I'm gonna die anyway. No matter where he searched, no matter where he went, it seemed as if the sound wasn't getting any closer. It's coming from... me? Is it in my clothes? Warning. He is the bomb? 10 seconds remain. So this really is it? 5 seconds. Guess it's a good thing I didn't go with them. 2 seconds. Hope you guys make it. What? What? Fucking exploded! What the fuck? I need water. What was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't I didn't expect that at all. Oh boy. Okay. What was Nini's path? That was the construction site and they needed a light? The sound of something dripping seemed to come from every direction. Somewhere in the distance, chains were dragging slowly against the cement floor. Sev stuck out his spare hand, but he couldn't even see that in front of his face. Each time an unexpected sound come from somewhere in the dark, Reen let out a low gasp or whimper. Are you doing okay? Yeah. You don't think anything is here with us, do you? I don't know. Of course not. There's got to be something we could use for a little light. I don't know. The matches. We found matches somewhere. Can't remember what path it was. Mikhail, why don't you light one of those matches? Did you hit your head? I don't have any matches. You do. In your pocket. No, I don't. The sounds of his hands wandering from pocket to pocket stopped, as if he'd found something. What the hell? I didn't put those there. Why would I carry matches? Maybe you just don't remember. I'd remember. He struck a match against the box. A moment later, and a small flame illuminated their faces. Oh, what the heck? Oh my god, that's cool! How did they do that? I have no idea how these girls do any of the things that they do. It's incredible. That's so cool. Hey, give me one too. Whatever, fine.
Mikhail struck another match and handed it over reluctantly.
You.
How did you know about these?
You were the one that told me.
You found those marshmallows, remember? Wait. When did that happen? That wasn't... Who... Sevi? Are you okay? At some point, his head had begun to throb again. I'm fine. I think I'm just... confused. I don't know how I knew. I thought you told me, but... that couldn't have happened. We just met.
Unless you were the one that dragged us in here and you dumped them on me beforehand.
I don't really seem like the evil mastermind type.
Maybe you're just only acting like an idiot. Or maybe you did it, or her, or Nini. Do you want to doubt each other, or do you want to get out of here? I can do both. Come on, Rin.
Mika, wait. Their light started to shrink as he left ahead of Nini and Sev, with Rin by his side. Why is he being so mean?
No clue. But I guess he's just scared, or worried for his sister. We better hurry before we lose them.
Sevi?
You okay?
Did you put those matches there?
I don't think so. But it's not impossible, I guess, if I've forgotten.
I trust you.
Sevi smiled at the little girl.
She held the front of her dress carefully, as if it didn't belong to her. Thanks, Nini. I trust you too. It's weird. It's like I remembered him telling me about them. Do you think I'm going crazy? Maybe you can see the future.
Wouldn't it be helpful if that were possible?
Thanks for joining, Rack.
Maybe I would have avoided getting stuck in here.
Sev ruffled Nini's hair. You're a good kid, you know that? Your parents must be proud of you. Hey, we're a team, aren't we? A team? Yeah, like those two. They're a team. So we can be a team too. Who is a sidekick?
Me, of course.
Really?
That's right. So, that girl. Sev pointed down the dark corridors to where they could see Rin, her arms linked in with her brother. She hasn't said much except, Mika, stop, Mika, no, right?
I think it would be good if I could talk to her one-on-one. In case she knows anything?
That's right. See, this is why I'm your sidekick. So when we find a place with some light, go distract Mikhail while I grab her. Sound good?
Yeah, I can do that.
Then we have a plan. They quickly caught up with Rin and Mikhail, who were speaking quietly, barely above a whisper.
This is so cool.
Did you miss us? What? You didn't get lost there already? What a shame. You missed me. How sweet.
Wait a second. Look. Just up ahead, light spilled out from the gaps in a closed door. The four sped up, desperate to escape the darkness they'd found themselves in for so long. Sev pushed against the door, waiting to find it locked, but instead, it swung open with ease. Despite not being particularly bright, what little light was inside the room burned their eyes.
The room was made of cement, significantly smaller than the last. And covered in graffiti. In it sat a couple of chairs, haphazardly thrown around. The light seemed to be natural. Far up near the ceilings were small dark windows, far out of reach. Even if they wanted to try to smash these ones, there was no way to get up that high. At least none that Sev could see. Ready, Nini? She nodded, as if she was given the mission of grave importance.
Mika!
What do you want? And don't call me...
Mika, come with me!
Hey, wait! Nini grabbed him by the arm and pulled him to the other side of the room, a wide smile on her face. Phase 1 complete. Good job, Nini. Nini's so cute. I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I wonder what that was about.
Poor Mikhail. He isn't very good with kids.
Are you worried about something happening to Nini?
Oh, absolutely not. You wouldn't hurt her or anything.
I'm more worried for him.
She seems very excited.
Nini jumped up and down in place, holding tight onto Mikhail. He looked around desperately, as if waiting for someone to come and save him. So, since we're alone...
I'm sorry, but I don't feel that way about you.
What? No, ew.
And we only just... He really cared for you, you know that? Earlier, he made me promise that if anything happened to him, I would help you escape.
We haven't met before, have we?
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
How did you know about those matches?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
What if I said I would? What if instead you pass everything I say on to your brother?
She looked back to Mikhail. He was still getting almost tortured by Nini, who was now running circles around him.
I don't tell him everything.
I had a memory of him telling me about them. I don't know where or when, but he pulled them out and showed me. That's how I knew.
So you think you've met before?
I have no clue.
Okay, I believe you, and I trust that you're not the one who put us here.
That easily? What if I'm a really good liar?
I also trust my brother's judgment of you. A little bit of an airhead.
Get out! You're a smart woman. Since we're both so trusting of each other's now, will you tell me anything you know?
It's not much,
but it's something.
Mikhail and I woke up in that closet.
There's a joke to be made there. Rin shook her head and continued her story.
Truthfully, I was the one who woke up first. I rushed over to Mikhail. I didn't even know if he was alive. But I found him sleeping. I was relieved. So I sat with him for a while. In his sleep, he whispered, "Sev." I didn't know what it meant until you introduced yourself. He knows me? I don't know, that's all he said.
I gotta talk to him.
Wait. Let me talk to him first. Right now, well, he's probably not in a great mood.
Ugh. Children can be so Child, go and know someone else. Anyone else.
Wait, Mika?
Sebastian, take your thing. So rude.
She is precious, girl. I like how through the routes they end up in like kind of different groupings.
It's kind of weird when you say my full name. I feel like I'm in trouble. You are. Behind his back, Sev gave Nini a thumbs up. She repeated the motions, a large smile on her face.
Mika,
Why don't we start searching for the way to continue? What? Everyone's finished wasting time now? He didn't harass you, did he?
Not at all.
Good. As the two left to look around the room together, Sev's eyes drifted back to the timer. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Nice job.
I tried to keep him distracted for longer, but he came back.
That was perfect. I got some more information out of Rin too. We'll work all this out and be out of here in no time. And find out what Mikhail is hiding from me along the way.
When I was annoying talking to Mikhail, I tried to look for the password, but I didn't find anything.
The room is pretty bare, isn't it? Sev walked through the middle of the room, looking up. The ceiling was at least 2 stories high. We're missing something. Nini? Don't move. Oh no! Under Nini's foot, a metal plate had pressed into the floor as she stepped onto it. Fucking blow up, Nini! That's fucking rude.
What is it?
Just stay still for a second.
It's not a bomb, is it?
Oh god, she said it. Did you say bomb? Where? Calm down, calm down. It might not... Might? There's easier ways to kill us. Why bother putting us through this if they're just gonna blow us up in the end? Some kind of pressure plate. And she has to come off it.
I'm scared.
Better just rip the band-aid off. Nini, take my hand. You trust me, right? At once she took his hand, and he pulled her off the metal pressure plate and away, shielding her body with his own. When nothing happened, he turned back around. All of that for nothing? Did you want it to be a bomb? Well, no, but it's a little anticlimactic. Save you complex much. Mika. Rin elbowed Mikhail in the ribs gently, nudging him forward. Do I have to? Yes. Sorry, I was wrong to... Yes, to... accuse you of bringing us here. No need to force yourself. See, I didn't need to apologize. Yes, you did. Another loud clicking came from the plate as it split in half, revealing something hidden. A letter, and 3 unmarked envelopes. To receive the password, you must play 2 truths, 1 lie. Choose 1 person to be the guesser. Is this supposed to be a joke? Treating us like children, sorry Nini, and making us do this shit? Whoever set all this up must be watching us, laughing their ass off.
Sevi should do it.
Me? Why?
I think you know everyone the best here.
Oh, she means that random memory. Well, if everyone's fine with it. That works for me. Yeah, whatever. Thanks for your confidence. Carefully, Sev flipped over the 3 envelopes. One had neat, careful letters on it. Rin, Nini, and Mikhail. Wait, where's mine?
Well, you're not playing, are you, Sevi?
I guess not, but how would they know that ahead of time? Think about it later. We're running out of time. Right, how do we do this? Guess I'll go first. He opened his envelope, holding the letter inside close to him to stop anyone else from seeing what was on it. My favorite color is blue. Wait a second, this is stupid. All of these are...
Shh, Mika! If you spoil it, we might get punished or something.
I don't have a little sister. And, I'm in love with someone. What's true and what's a lie?
Are we picking what's the lie?
Wait. How does that work? Blue is the lie, because his favorite color is purple. My favorite color is purple. Your favorite color is not blue. Looks like I'm right. That's not right. Huh? This is bullshit. I do have a little sister. She's standing right there. And in love? Bullshit. I don't love anyone. I don't know. The game says you're wrong. The game is wrong.
I'll go next. Someone related to me is here. I'm afraid of the dark. And I don't know how to use a computer. Which is it? The lie is...
oh! I don't know which one this is. Shit,
I don't remember if they found out that Nini and Reen were actually related or not. Is it computer? She is afraid of the dark. Ooh. Oh, I should have watched back. I should have watched back the bit with their answers. Dang it. Computer? One by one, the questions started popping up on the screen. Rin considered each carefully, taking her time to answer each attentively. Oh, you do know how to use a computer. So that's the lie. Oh, okay. Phew. Good job, Sev. It's your turn, Nini. Oh. Her small hands trembled as she opened her envelope. I am 8 years old. I have a family. I've never been to school before. What? But these are horrible. I suppose she could be 8, but the other two... She keeps saying she doesn't have a family. But... if my memory is right, and her and Reen are actually related, then it has to be school. Shit, I don't remember. that really right? Am I sure? What? But these are horrible. I suppose she could be 8, but the other two... Oh, okay, so you can't guess correctly? I don't have any family. Well, I guess she might put the answers herself, wouldn't she? I don't want to say it. You don't have a family? So that's the lie? She's never been to school? Why? Okay, so I guess you can't actually answer correctly. Is it true to what they know, I guess? Would she put the answers down? The ding that Sev was correct seemed to weigh very heavily on his soul. Nini. This is bullshit. Seriously, all of mine were fake. The proof is right there. He pointed to Reen. Is Reen going to be Sev's sister? But it doesn't make sense. I guess it must be to what they like their own answers. Who seemed to be... He pointed at Reen, who seemed to be mirroring Nini at the moment. Her gaze seemed lonely. Reen? Tell them. Tell them it's wrong. Mika, there must be some mistake. You're my brother. See? Does it really matter? If we're one step closer to escaping, then I don't see what lies then I don't care what lies I have to listen to. A click came from the spot in the floor where the envelopes and letters had appeared, and the group looked towards the noise. A single scrap of paper had appeared. Before Sev could kneel down to pick it up, Nini had already taken it into her hands. Sorry. She bolted towards the door, inserted the code, and squeezed through the door as it opened before Sev could even move to react. Oh, shit. I'm gonna go find her. Sev, let us... We'll catch up soon. The corridor was long and quiet, but fortunately not as dark as the last one. Sev scanned around in search of where Nini could have gone, but everything was quiet. Far too quiet. He could hear his own heartbeat, his own quickening breath, his own pounding footsteps as he ran as fast as he could muster. She's just a little girl with no one else to look out for her. It's too dangerous here for her, especially alone. 1 hour was left on the clock. Where could she have gone? If I were her, where would I... Hush, hush, little lamb. A gentle voice came from behind a pile of wood and metal scraps. It sang a tune both incredibly sweet and incredibly sad. A song of simple pleasures. Sunlight on your face. A home-cooked meal waiting for you. Walking by yourself, surrounded by nature. A song of sadness, of loneliness, of a lifetime of regret. A song for someone so very lonely. Sev approached quietly, then ducked down to crawl into the space she was hidden in. Her song came to an end, and all that remained was a soft whimper and wet cheeks. Nini sat huddled into a corner in a ball. Her eyes rose to greet Sev as he sat down beside her, but she made no move to say anything. That's a pretty song. It's my secret song. Only I know it. But now, we both know it. Oh, he had this exact conversation with Reen in a previous one. When he didn't press the button. It's both their secret song.
won't tell anyone. It can be your secret song.
I want to share it with you.
Okay. Our secret song. Do you want to tell me where you learned it?
I made it up.
Really?
Yeah, when I was all alone, I wrote it to keep myself company. Sophie, actually, my family didn't love me. I'm sure they would leave me for weeks in an attic, my grandma's attic. She would only come up to leave me food. I cried and cried and told her I wanted to see my parents, but she said they didn't want me anymore. They hated me. But then one day they came and picked me up. I got in the car with them. I was so happy. But they didn't say anything. They wouldn't even look at me. We kept driving until it got dark. I was so sleepy. I closed my eyes. Then when I opened them again, my mom pulled me out of my seat and left me there.
They left you there?
It was somewhere I'd never been before.
Shit.
Then I was taken to an orphanage. The police tried to find my parents, but they already left the country.
Ooh, Stream Elements is doing a thing. I know what to say. I don't know what to say. Do I know what to say? I know what to say. I guess it's an option, so we must know what to say. You know, in times like this, there's something you can do.
Really?
Oh, he's gonna tell her to do what Rian's adoptive father would tell her to do.
Oh, babies.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. The dawn will break, and tomorrow will come, and you'll be okay. Because you're strong and kind and hardworking, and we'll be okay together.
You promise?
I pinky promise. Sev held out his pinky, and Nini looped in her own.
Sevy, would you still be friends with me if it was my fault we're here?
Is it?
I don't know.
Nini, nothing that's happened is your fault. You're not to blame for any of this, or any of what came before this. We'll be friends no matter what, alright? She didn't have the words to respond to Sev's earnestness. She simply wrapped her small arms around him and buried her face in his shoulder. There you guys are.
So, Reen's family abandoned her, and she was adopted by her father. And then Nini's family kept her locked in an attic before abandoning her? That's rough. Poor baby. But it seems that they didn't get to stay together.
But they have the same song. So they must have interacted at least some point in time. We were worried about you. You were?
We were.
Mikhail looked away from Rin. Obviously, the two still hadn't quite gotten over what happened earlier. Whatever. We found the next door, so hurry up and help us find the code. Is that okay with you, Nini? She wiped her eyes with her sleeve and nodded.
Yeah.
Sev stood first, then held out his hand to Nini. She took it, quickly rising to stand beside him. 40 minutes left. There's no time for sudden outbursts, emotional episodes, or stupid jokes, you hear? Are you talking to yourself? I'm not going to dignify that with a response. But by saying that, you've responded. Doesn't that just prove I'm getting to you? Just shut up already. Look ahead. That's the room we found. How does it look?
Well, you'll see for yourself. You'll have to see for yourself, I think.
That doesn't bode well. They passed through a metal doorway and out onto a platform of sorts. Ugh.
It's over there, see? On the other side.
Right. Over the gap, which would make you fall a couple of stories and break your legs. Cool. Of course it is. And there's a hook in the middle. Brilliant. We'll have to swing on it and jump across. Like a ninja warrior up in here. Is that the only way? No ladder anywhere? None of the other rooms have anything useful? Not that we could find. This is it.
We have to swing across?
What should we do? There's not much choice. No, there's not. Alright, I'm up first. Wish me luck.
Sev, wait!
He took a few steps back and then ran and jumped. His hands caught the metal hook, which was luckily not sharp, and he swung, building momentum. Just a second later, and he landed on the other platform. Remember what I told you before, Nini? Be brave. I'll catch you.
Is this really a good idea?
Rin, it is the only option. Mikhail's face twisted in surprise. Even he, himself, was not expecting an outburst directed at his own sister. Sorry. Nini closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and Sev could have sworn he saw in her mouth, "Everything will be okay." And then she jumped. Sev's heart fell into his stomach. The moment she flew through the air seemed to go on forever. Time only returned to normal as she caught hold of the hook. She swung and then swung some more, then finally went catapulting towards the opposite platform. Her feet hit the edge of the platform, but it wasn't enough. She teetered over the edge before Sev caught hold of her arms and pulled her away from the drop. She smiled widely.
I knew you would catch me!
I wasn't so sure for a second there. Rin and Mikhail both made the jumps themselves smoothly. Perhaps after seeing such a young child accomplish it, they felt more confident. Alright, I hope none of you left anything on the other side because we are not going back. If only we left you over there, it'd at least be a lot quieter. Oh, I have a very loud voice. I'm sure you'd still hear me. What's this?
It looks like some kind of list.
What kind of list is this supposed to be? They're just random words.
Maybe there's some kind of code in them.
A phone, a QR code, a password. Doesn't someone have a phone? Mikhail, give me your phone. What are you talking about? The hell do you know everything I'm carrying? No clue, but we can argue and possibly have a fist fight about it after we escape. Tick-tock, time's going down. Whatever. The passcode is... It's fine, I got it. Let's try searching for these words. You're more of an idiot than you look. Do you think I have signal? Don't you think I would have called for help if I did? For some reason, that doesn't matter. I know it will work anyway.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
What?
Okay, I've got a little Ilver in there. Man, I really want to do something extra with the phone system. Gabby did an amazing job with the phone system in our Ocean at Night demo. And I have a little bit of the phone system in the in-between, but I'd really, really like to expand upon it. I think it would be really cool to do things. Chimkin. Search. O and P, are those the only ones that matter? I can't spell. Nail. Open same. Open same? Oh, Jay. Did I miss concrete? Oh, I see. I missed concrete. Dumb. The answer is... Wait, seriously? Open sesame? Oh, for fuck. Rin elbowed him in the ribs again. Forget these stupid puzzles. All these passwords are something a child could come up with. Perhaps we should be thankful they aren't more difficult. Thankful? For any of this? No chance. Okay, this is good. You two argue, I'll do all the work, once again. Sev ignored their bickering and approached the screen. It awaited his answer. With one swift motion, he typed in the answer. What a stupid password. Whoever set this up is really dumb. Okay, the door's opening. That's enough. Chop chop, through the door. You can bicker and run at the same time. "20 minutes left. We must be near the exit. Or there's no exit. There is, I'm sure of it. There has to be. What if you're wrong?
Then we die. Why are you arguing with me so much, Mika?
My name's Mikhail.
You're mad about earlier.
I'm not mad. You sound kind of mad. You stay out of this. This is a family matter.
Is it? You're the one that's so sure our relationship means nothing because of a stupid game.
That's not...
I'm right. Don't disagree with me just for the sake of disagreeing with me. Do you know how hurtful it is for me for you to treat me like a stranger?
This is getting awkward. So, Nini, how's it going? Do you think I want to treat you like that? I just want some kind of explanation.
Not bad. You? I wish I had one to give you.
Yeah. Alright. God, what did I do to be in the middle of this? Why don't I believe you? Why do I feel like you know something?
Mika. There's a...
Mikhail.
There's a hole in the ground!
The group drew to a halt. Just in front of them, a sharp piece of metal stuck out from a large hole in the ground. I'd say that's the room we're looking for, too. Just ahead, light spilled out from a room beyond the corridor. Natural, bright, fresh light. It felt like their savior. Seven Nini led the way, speeding towards that light. Mikhail and Reen, somewhat separated, followed behind. The room was large and bright. Windows faced the outside world, taunting them. And on the far side of the room was a large doorway, waiting to be opened.
This is it. Look, it leads outside. We're really going to get out?
Looks like it. Should we do a group hug? Group hug yourself. I'm gonna look for the code. Roger that, Mika. Mikhail left the group first. Reen stared in his direction, unsure if she should follow or not, before finally deciding against it.
Looks like it's just you and your sidekick again. I have the best sidekick ever.
Yeah, you do. Well, we'd better join the others.
Sebastian!
Yes?
We're about to leave and, go back into the real world, so... when we get out there, will you be my new dad? I'll always be a good girl, I promise.
I know. You're a very good girl, and I would be lucky to be there for you, but...
Oh.
But we have to do it properly. We'll go back to your orphanage and sort out all the papers. How does that sound?
Really?
Yeah, really. I found it. Daddy. Daddy Chef. But they do seem to be in some sort of weird-ass time loop.
Maybe.
Oh. Is Nini Reen? They do have the same song. That would be weird. What? That doesn't make sense. My mind. My mind is blown. That would definitely be a twist. I wonder.
Where?
Come on. We can work it out after we're out there. Let's leave together. Look, it's just a jumble of words. What if
we unjumble them?
Yes! I thought he was just repeating what she had told him, the adoptive father had told her in the first ending we got from Marine's route. But maybe the Nini route is where she got it from to begin with. That's weird. Ooh, you might be onto something there.
What if we unjumble them? Good idea, Nini.
10 minutes. Everyone get thinking now. For once, Sev couldn't argue or make a joke. 10 minutes remained, and everything rode on this singular word.
Oh my god.
I literally have no idea. I can't. I can't word form words like this.
I don't.
Yes, please. I literally can't do things like this. I always say that I have dyslexia, and one of the reasons there is because my brain jumbles words and letters, so I don't actually know what any of the orders of anything is. Departure? Wait. Dirt. Wait. Dirt! There we go. Thank you, newbie. 3 minutes remained on the clock when the word clicked in Seb's mind. The code is departure. Once again, a stupid-ass password, but I don't care at this point. I'm getting out of here. Mikhail ran to the door and started typing in the password. A smile naturally rose to Seb's face. We've done it. Yeah. Time to... Seb tried to move towards the door, but Nini grabbed him by the back of his sweater. Reen ran over towards Mikhail, smiling much the same.
Savvy, before we go, I need to tell you the truth.
Can't it wait? She shook her head.
I want to tell you now because I want you to trust me.
Alright, go on.
Before I woke up here, someone came to my orphanage. They told me if I went with them, then I could have a family again.
Wait, what?
They gave me this dress and my nickname, Nini.
Guess Reen and Nini are similar names, aren't they? Nini could totally be a name, like a nickname of Reen. I had not even thought of that possibility at all. That's made this whole timeline so much wackier and mind-blowing. I wonder.
They brought me here and told me I couldn't tell anyone. So it might really be my fault we all came here.
Nini, who brought you here? This is important.
Well,
Nini looked Sev in the eyes.
it's...
A scream pierced the air, interrupting anything Nini was going to say. What's wrong? Micah, oh my god, stay still! What? Sev rushed to their side. Mikhail was on the ground and through his shoulder, a rusted pole. Sev looked up. Came from the ceiling. Oops. Oh, that's not what I meant. I skipped a line. Hope he's got his tetanus shots up to date. Why were we put here? In a place falling apart? Why? Shit, it hurts! The door was open. Just beside Mikhail, he was so close to freedom he could smell it. We need to get this out of your shoulder. Now!
Well, I guess they're pretty doomed anyway.
Taking it out isn't necessarily the best option though, because taking it out could, leaving it there could be stemming the bleeding. Taking it out and you'll bleed to death. They both looked towards the timer. 1 minute. She grabbed onto the pole, and he groaned in agony beneath her. But no matter how much she pulled, it wouldn't budge. It's stuck in something under you. No. Let me help.
Me too.
They pulled and pulled. He's gonna pass out from the pain of them yanking on it. Then pulled some more, but it didn't even move an inch. You have to go. There's no time. Shut up. I'm not going anywhere without you. I won't. Tears had long dampened her pink cheeks. You have to go, now. This is the second time he's been left behind. But before you go, tell me one thing. Promise me you'll tell me the truth.
She nodded.
you really not my sister? She collapsed to the ground by his side. Her tears fell to the cement floor, so littered in rubble and trash. Sev couldn't help but look away as the timer hit 30 seconds. I'm so sorry, Mika. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't want this. I can tell why he loved you so much. Reen. Nini, Reen, we have to go. Reen shook her head solemnly. You two need to survive. Go, just leave me here. Reen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry. Nini, we're going.
Wait, Sevi!
Warning, 10 seconds remain. Sev grabbed her hand and ran. Ran with all the speed he could muster, and jumped out of the open doorway into the fresh air. Outside, these achievements are rough. Outside, the sun was setting, starting to set on an unfamiliar city as the factory behind them became nothing more than a pile of rubble. Oh, Jesus, okay. So, I'm starting to get the impression that maybe this whole thing seems to be... the fact that Michaela seems to continually want to get left behind kind of says that maybe something happened to him. And this whole thing is some kind of way to save him. That they're all in some kind of limbo that needs to save him or come to terms with his death, or... But it's just some sort of bizarre time loop. How is the bomb? Everyone always asks who or what, but how is the bomb? Oh, okay. So, looks like we need to do this last route for Nini, and it will then unlock our final one here. Okay. So we have to go back to this one. And I think this is the choice where I know what to do or I don't know what to do. So we just have to let her suffer, apparently. The corridor was long and quiet, but fortunately, I have no idea. It seems like the different paths are almost alternate realities, so what happens in one doesn't necessarily happen in the other, but there are some kind of bleed through on the memories. So it's either like all happening at the same time in different timelines, or the way that you have to jump through to unlock different paths, it happens once and then they reset, and he can sometimes remember some things that kind of bleed through from the other attempts to escape. I'm not sure. There seems to be some kind of limbo that keeps resetting its timeline every time they fail, but I don't know if he's the bomb in everything or... I've never actually watched Link Click. I need to, but I saw the way it made my mother cry, and now I don't want to. The corridor was long and quiet, but fortunately not nearly as dark as the last one. We need to watch Black Butler too. I'm playing more Phasmo. So scanned around, in search of where Nini could have gone, but everything was quiet, far too quiet. He could hear his own heartbeat, his own quickening breath, his own pounding footsteps as he ran as fast as he could muster. She's just a little girl with no one else to look out for her. He's too dangerous. It's too dangerous here for her, especially alone. 1 hour was left on the clock. Where could she have gone? If I were her, where would I...
Hush, hush, little lamb.
A gentle voice came from a pile of wood and metal scraps. It sang a tune both incredibly sweet and incredibly sad. A song of simple pleasures, sunlight on your face, a home-cooked meal waiting for you, walking by yourself surrounded by nature. A song of sadness, of loneliness, of a lifetime of regret. A song for someone so very lonely. Sev approached quietly, then ducked down to crawl into the space she had hidden in. Her song came to an end, and all that remained was a soft whimper and wet cheeks. Nini sat huddled into the corner in the ball. Her eyes rose to greet Sev as he sat down beside her, but she made no move to say anything. That was a pretty song.
It's my secret song. Only I know it. Well, now we both know it.
I won't tell anyone. It can be your secret song.
I want to share it with you.
Okay. Our secret song. Do you want to tell me where you learned it?
I made it up.
Really?
Yeah, when I was all alone. I wrote it to keep myself company.
Oh.
Sevi, actually, my family didn't love me. I'm sure they would leave me for weeks in an attic. My grandma's attic. She would only come up to leave me food. I cried and cried and told her I wanted to see my parents, but she said they didn't want me anymore. They hated me. But then one day they came and picked me up. I got in the car with them. I was so happy, but they didn't say anything. They wouldn't even look at me. They kept driving until it got dark. I was so sleepy. I opened my eyes, and then when I opened them again, my mum pulled me out of my seat and left me there.
They left you there?
It was somewhere I'd never been before.
Shit.
Then I was taken to an orphanage. The police tried to find my parents, but they already left the country.
Okay. Now we have to be the worst and say, I don't know what to say. What can you say to someone who's been through all that in such a short amount of time? She's so young. Too young. Nini, watch out! It was only a quiet creak. One that would have been unsuspecting if the corridor had not been entirely silent. Sev quickly grabbed Nini by the arms and pushed her out from behind the pile of rubble and metal. But he didn't move fast enough himself. Oh, now he's been skewered! With another creak, this time louder, a metal pole used to support the ceiling fell first, hitting Sev in the leg. Ugh! Sevi? Go get the others!
Okay.
His leg throbbed in pain. Free poles for everyone. You get an impaling and you get an impaling. Everybody gets an impaling. It felt as if someone had gone through it with a bat. He tried to stand, to move, but he couldn't. Just as in the distance he could see Nini running back alongside Reed and Mikhail. It happened. The ceiling, minus the support beam, began to collapse. Oh, I keep accidentally clicking. The ceiling, minus the support beam, began to collapse. Faster than either Sev could move or the other three could run. At first there wasn't any pain. It was more of a blazing hot feeling. This is a cool, like, blood spatter effect too. They find the coolest effects. But as that faded, the color began to drain from his face. And the heat and the heated feeling became agony. Sevi! He was pinned to the ground. He couldn't feel anything below his waist. He tried to move, to escape, but the weight was too much. Shit. What remained of the ceiling was now... His vision was hazy, with spots of red. Whatever the other three were shouting to him, he couldn't hear anymore. Booming, thundering. His heart beating so fast it might explode was all he could hear now. Go. Keep going. Nini shook her head violently. Her cheeks were damp with tears as she tried desperately to pull away the debris, to free Sev. They all tried. But there was too much. It was too heavy. And Sev was losing blood too fast. His head fell to the ground before his eyes closed. The last thing he saw was Nini, thrashing desperately as Mikhail and Reen everything is the mom. Scooped her into their arms and continued down the corridor. Okay, wait, that's still locked. Oh. Okay, so we can actually... Wait, we can do something here even though it's locked? Mini bad ending 2. Go with Ryan. What was the concept? What if the bomb was the friends we made along the way? Oh, okay. At 3 hours, how are we feeling? This top line is all we've got left of the game now. Oh no. Noobs. Should we leave it here and come back for one final? We've got a lot of final things to do at the moment. Final of Amelie, final of Date with Death. Or should we just keep going? I am getting kind of hungry. It is midday. Okay. Yeah, I think what I might do is leave it here for today, and then come back for one final chapter of it and start from back from this beginning one. we haven't, and then we can follow, we should be able to follow this line straight through, I think. So my schedule for next week will be a bit dodgy. I may only do 2 streams, but I have some prior engagements early on in the week, so I think I probably will only hit 2 days next week, but we'll see how we go. I'll work out a new schedule to be posted for the next week. Oh no, not Overwatch. Thank you for joining me for this one. And I will see you on whatever our next one is, with either more Disco Elysium, finishing off A Date with Death, finishing off Amelie, and finishing off Start Again. Thank you for joining, and bye-bye!